Okay, great, great. Welcome everybody. Welcome back. Tonight I wanted to do a little call on a New Year's opener. We'll cover some of We Share pledges as well. We should have Roger coming on the back end. I haven't got in touch with him today, so I can't promise you that. But if I've been out of the loop for a couple of days, on the 31st, I think it was, I accidentally put my cell phone in my robe, and I went to wash my robe and found out it's not a good combination, washing your robe with the cell phone in the pocket. So today I did get my replacement back in, and I'm ready to go back and rock and roll. Welcome to 2020. Congratulations. I wish you and your family health, success, and just peace. So we're going to begin tonight with a couple of things I want to cover. Number one, I am going to start the 10-10 club, meaning I'm looking for people that are looking to get 10 personals, that are working with those 10 personals to get them 10 personals. Listen, I can break We Share pledges down to you 10 different ways, but I promise you there's only one way that it truly works for you. And once you get that and you do it correctly, it works well. So to begin this call, there's one proper way of building We Share pledges. That's all it is. Find 10 people that want to change their life, and we can do that very, very quickly. I'll cover some of that. What we're looking at right now, for those that are new on the call, the top link is the bit.ly We Share Simplified link. That is just a simple video that me and Charles completed to get you through the back office. There's a lot of information within We Share pledges. The reason for that is the platform, the website, has been built for years in advance, meaning we have an online mall coming, we have a bidding site, we have a gaming platform, we got a full library where we're going to put up tons of ebooks. So when you get back there, it might get a little confusing. This little video is a 15-minute video, but it'll get you through the back office and give you the information you need. The information you want, you can seek it out. It's back there. And what place you find that at is the next link, which is WeSharePledges.com, !RID equals your ID. Your ID can be any ID. We don't give IDs out on this call because you get back to the person who sent you to this call, and they will give you their personal ID and get you set up. You cannot join We Share pledges without a personal ID. It will not take a registration. So the site is pretty well prepared for the growth and also for our security. The link underneath it, the WeSharePledges.com share, !equals your referral link, is the link we use to give out to other people. It's a simpler website. It doesn't confuse people. It gives them the needed information, and then we can help them on these calls or with personal calls to give them the wanted information. Underneath that, bit.ly Uncut. bit.ly Uncut is a video we did of a presentation call. It can be used as a 24-hour presentator. You can just simply, if somebody wants to know more about the company, send them over the bit.ly Uncut link, and it'll give them a full presentation, and hopefully, if I did the right job, a clear breakdown on what We Share pledges is all about. The bit.ly ebook setup, the next link you're looking at, is a really quick video on setting up the ebook marketing system, which is what We Share is. We're a marketing system. We utilize ebooks to share our business, our companies with everyone, whether they're online businesses or offline businesses, it doesn't matter. We're actually using it right now for charity. So there's a lot of good things happening in the new year. I'm going to cover that with you guys. I'm going to break down a little bit of We Share pledges right now for you on this call. So Charles, I'm going to take over my share and then I'll bring you back. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see if we even got it up right now. I wasn't prepared, but we can get it up very quickly. Okay, so where I'm going, guys, is to WeSharePledges.com. I'm not putting in any share codes. I'm just going basic WeSharePledges.com. When that site pulls up, I'm just going to cover one graph with you, and that's going to be the calculator. And we're going to be quick on the calculator because I want to cover some other things with you tonight. But for those of you who understand the presentation, and if you want more details, go to that bit.ly Uncut link that I provided for you. And tomorrow night, we start a fresh new line of presentation calls. But right now, I just want to simply show you what we're working with. So we're going to go back to phase one. You know, we have two phases in the company. We're going to zero this out. There's nothing in here. We're going to zero this out. I'm going to show you the power, the true power of We Share pledges. So This is simply the way it works. Somebody comes in the company for a one-time $30 out-of-pocket cost. They will never spend another penny again within We Share Pledges. And as a matter of fact, they'll make that 30 back when they get down to the fourth level. This calculator can be used as the same as the graphs I've been showing you before, because if you look at it, the only thing it's not telling you, well, it actually is telling you the pledges that's being made. It's not telling you what you're being pledged to pay. But right now, it's a one-time $30 payment into We Share Pledges. That is converted into Bitcoin. We use Bitcoin as our currency. We do not trade Bitcoin. We do not arbitrage it, invest it. The company does not touch your Bitcoin. The reason we use Bitcoin is it allows us access globally to everyone in the world. We can now invite them into We Share Pledges. Anyone who has a cell phone can purchase cryptocurrency or Bitcoin in this case. And if they can't, we can always help them get the Bitcoin between me and Charles. And we do work with people that way, but it is a one-time $30 expense out of pocket, and you'll never go in your pocket again. So what I wanted to cover with you guys tonight, if some of you are new on the call, let me run through this calculator, and then I'll take you over to the other chart. Here's what I'm asking people to do for the new year. And honestly, I'm not looking for any excuses, because I'm promising you, the only excuse you can have not doing this is failure. The system is set up to make you successful. I'm going to say that again. We Share Pledges compensation plan is set up to make you successful, but it will penalize you very quickly if you try to do the wrong thing. So in the past, we were bringing in different types of people, whether we wanted them in, whether we didn't want them in, we were filling holes. I'm going to suggest to you in 2020 to stop that mentality. Look for people that want to work with you and are willing to change their life, not people that are going to sit back and say, well, we'll see what happens. I've been in too many of these things. They haven't worked. That's the reason they're not working. They come in with a half-hearted attitude. As soon as they find one detour along the way, it's their reason to give up. They were looking for that reason. It just presented itself, and then they give up, and you go chasing them. You waste a week. You waste 2 weeks trying to track them down. And then they give you, my Uncle Joe told me that Bitcoin's a scam excuse. So I'm telling you, find 10 people. You look at my charts, find 10 people right here that are going to help you find 100 people, meaning these 10 are going to get their 10. Once you do that, you've now put yourself in a $3 million pay category. That could be done in a month. That can be done in 2 months, 6 months, a year. It doesn't matter. If you can make $3 million in 1 year's time, it is worth the sacrifice of going and finding 10 real people that want to make $3 million just like you, that are going to commit to finding 10 new people. You got 100. When those 100 come in, if they duplicate 10 times down, you got 1,000. If they don't, it doesn't matter. At that time, you're starting to blow out the numbers over here. You just do the math. You got 110 people with you, 111. You can start to do the math over here, and you will see that you're going to come through. This is the people per floor. It's a 2 by 7. You're going to see that with 110 people, you are down right to floor 6 already. If those people go out and get themselves 1,000, if they come short 500, you're now down sitting on level 8, touching level 9 already. So you're looking at this figure. If those 500 go out or 1,000 go out, what it should be 1,000 go out and do the same thing, you're looking at 10,000, and now you're sitting somewhere down in here, and you're just blowing this thing away. So it gets powerful as we go along. So that's what I want you guys to commit to, 10 that get 10. If you're doing anything else, you're cheating yourself. Let me just show you what I mean by that. The company says, go find 10 personals that get 20 grandchildren, not 120, 20. This is what it's going to show you. It's going to show you that. And you are going to earn 863,466, but I don't know when you're going to earn that, because there's no depth to this. You're not building down on these 7 levels, on these 8 levels, on these 9 levels, on these 11 levels. I want everybody building on 15 levels. That number right here, just to clarify for 2020, only happens when you're building down here. Only happens when you're building down here. And the only way to get down there is to do 10 that get 100, that get 1,000, that get 10,000, that get 100,000, that get 8 million. That's how we do it. And that's the only way. If we have some type of fallout within that structure, that's cool. I'm building in room for error. If we get 10, they get 100, they get 1,000, then only get 5,000, that's okay. They get 25, it's still okay. It doesn't matter. There's room for error in there. You'll still walk away when it's said and done with this type of a number instead of sitting there and trying to nickel and dime your business, coming out with $4,000, $5,000, $8,000, wondering when it's going to get pledged up again because nothing's happening, and that's because there's no depth here. This is your key right here. Working with your 10 to get 10. Now remember, some of the things I'm going to cover with you right now as we get off this calculator, and this calculator is for anybody's use. All you got to do is go back into your WeSharePledges.com, and you have access to this calculator right here where it's lit up. Anybody can go back there. It's interactive. You can put any numbers in there. You can put in a 10 that get 1,000. I'm not talking small this year. I'm not looking for people to go find 20 and get their pool points. I'm looking for people that want to earn income. Look at this, guys. This is $27 million. $27 million. I'm not blowing smoke up anybody's backside. We missed 27 million and we only get 10 million. That's 17 million mistakes. Are you still going to be happy? So let me show you how we're truly going to get it. Let's go back here. We're going to go into our back office now. And you guys know there's no login. It's all just clicking on. We're going to go to referral links. When we get to referral links, they're going to show us all our different websites. You will have your ID number here by putting it up here. I'm not going to put my ID number in, but if I wanted to, I can go here and I can put in, oh, shouldn't have done that. Let me refresh it. Okay, I can put in, because I know this isn't a real number. When somebody takes it, they won't get it. I can put in $0, $0. And when I do that, I'm going to change over these numbers. So when you put in your own, it's going to come back. Well, I guess it wasn't a real one, so it ain't going to take it. But here's your website. Here are your marketing books. Our marketing system, you have cryptocurrency, circulating currency, which tells you about Bitcoin and circulating currencies, crypto. You have beta hydroxybutylate, which is about ketos, weight loss. You have Small Dreams Have No Magic, a book on weight loss. I'm sorry, a book on motivation and entrepreneurship. You have our flagship book, which is the Bitcoin Word of God, which is a book of the mission of We Share Pledges, recommended reading to all of you to understand what we're about and where we're headed to. And also there's a downloadable link on there to the King James Version of the Bible, 11:16. So that's something you all can go in and you can utilize. They're all yours to utilize. But right now I want to go to the leaders page and I want to show you how we're going to do this year. When we get to the leaders page link, we're going to go up to leaders intro. When we get to leaders intro, we're going to scroll on down. And here are the graphs that break it all down for us. So I'm going to cover this. Charles, you can keep a lookout for Roger coming on. We'll give him some time tonight. But as I said, you come into the company for a one-time $30 purchase. You'll never spend another penny out of pocket if you do this correctly. Once you do that, you're going to look for, in this case, 2 people to do the same. Each one of them are going to pay $30. You're going to instantly get $20 each. It's unlimited, so you can bring in 1,000, you can bring in 100, you can bring in 10. You're going to get $20 on each one of them coming in on the $30. So right now you brought in 2, you got $40 sitting in your wallet that you control in your back office. The company will come in through automation, take out $32 of that 40, pledge it up to 1 or 2 levels above someone's mission. Here's the beautiful thing. We don't govern missions, we fund them. So it can be anything. It can simply be from keeping the lights on in your home to eliminating global hunger. It really doesn't matter. You can go from one extreme to the other extreme, but we're there to fund it, not to govern it and tell you what you can do with your funds. And no funds are held back from you. Once that 32 is pledged up, and I just want to cover this, I'm going to go back. On that $30, you're making, with the 20 paid in commission, 67% up front. So there's nothing being held back, and it's paid instantly into your wallet. But the company's going to come in, take out 20 and 20, 40 in your back office, 32 of it, pledge it up, leaving you with $8. Going to pledge it up 2 levels to somebody's mission or project. Once that happens, it now opens up to 4 $32 payments, which you'll receive 4 payments of $16 each for a total of $64. The person who brought you into the company is another beautiful thing. The person that brought you into the company will receive 50% of $64. It shows 8, but they're going to get 8 times 4. So they got $32. And also the person who brought them into the company is also going to receive a $32 matching bonus when everything's said and done. So there is your 50%. If you look at this and you do 64 and 64, you will see that it comes out to 128, what that paid out. So we're paying out 100% back in pledges to each and every member within the company. We're going to keep going on this. Let me grab a little bit of a cheat sheet for you guys too. Hold on. So now that you got $64 sitting in your back office, you got 4 pledges of $16. The automated system's going to come in again, take out the $64. You're not going to earn anything. You have $8 still sitting in your wallet from the first phase, but they're going to pledge it up 3 levels up, to somebody's mission or project or business. When that happens, 8 payments of $64 open up, which you personally received 8 payments of $32 for a total of $256. You're now in profit. Of that you got your sponsor who looks like they're making $16. They're really making $128, and so is their sponsor making $128. As you go through, you're going to truly see that We Share Pledges is built for the people that invite people in the company to truly help them. And if they should fall by any chance, they get distracted, they don't want to be here no longer, there's always a sponsor above them that can step in and help the people, because it's actually paying both people. They're making 50%, the person who personally brought you in, and also the person who personally brought your person in, your sponsor in, is also making 50%. So we got 2 lines of communication, or as they say, leadership above you, that's always looking to help you. And you guys know I'm here focused 100%. I'm not going nowhere. So if anybody needs help from me, whether I'm in that first sponsorship or second, I could be in the third, fourth, I'm here to help you. But with that being said, you now have $256 in your back office. The company is going to come in through automation, breaking it down in 3 payments, and take out $128. That'll be pledged up 4 levels up. 4 levels up, it'll be pledged to somebody's mission, project, charity, business. That will open up to 16 payments of $128. You received 16 payments of 64. You now have a total of 1,024. You have some left up here, and you had some left up on, you're probably sitting on about 1,100 as we speak right now. And now you can go ahead and take back your $30 that you purchased into the company. Now the business is free. You're also going to come out of this money with a $256 pledge, so you can earn more money. So you can take that out of 1,100. And also at this point, if you have a good sponsor, and if you don't, I will step in and recommend that you take $300 out of this profit, the 1,100 profit, and come and purchase a position on phase 2. Why do I want phase 2? Because now not only is your business free, you have an opportunity now to expand it 10 times, meaning this is like having 10 franchises. You're going to come in for a one-time 300. Whoever invited you into the company will instantly make 200. When your people come over that you invited, they'll pay 300 and you will make 200. But the difference is this is 10 times the income power, which I'll cover with you guys in a minute. So let's go back up and stay where we were so we don't get confused. And I'll go back over it. So we're sitting on $1,024 in our back office. We're going to take out 256 to pledge it up, 5 levels up, so we keep earning more pledges. We're also going to take back out $30 out of this, and we're also smart enough to expand our business for free and purchase on phase 2 down here for $300. But once we put up that $256 in pledges, 5 levels above us, we're going to open up to 32 pledges of $256. you're personally going to get 32 pledges of 128. You now have a total, plus what's left over, of 4,096. This is more around getting close to 4,500 at this point. Your sponsor, who looks like they're making $64, is actually making 2,048, excuse me. 2,048 when all these payments are done, the 32. Their sponsor's making 2,048, and that's where the 100% of the pledges start to take effect here. And now you're starting to see it gets pretty powerful when you're working with your people correctly. When you're done here, you have now almost 5,000 sitting in your wallet. You have paid 4,096. You're going to take out 512 out of the profit of 4,096, pledge it up 6 levels up. Once that happens, you open up 64 payments of 512. You personally receive 64 payments of 256. That's a total of 16,384. The person who invited you into the company, they are looking at 8,192 when that phase is completed. And so is their sponsor looking at 8,192. It is starting to pay to work with your people. And that's one of the things that I truly love about We Share Pledges, is that it actually pays me to make sure my people are successful. The more successful you are, the more I also make, plus I make it on the pledging end, just like you. So it actually is a great way to congratulate or give back to people helping people. When that is done, you have $16,384 in your back office, plus all your other profit, and you're going to take out $1,024, pledge it up 7 levels. When that happens, you're now going to open up 128 payments of 1,024. You will personally receive 128 payments of 512 for a total of $65,536. Your sponsor looks like they're earning 256, and they are, but they're earning it 128 times. So they're looking at ending this phase right here, earning $32,768. So is their sponsor going to earn $32,768. So I'm telling you, it actually does pay to work for people. It doesn't end here. We statistically are a 2x7 structure, but we can go down any amount of levels. It's infinity. What do I mean? What if I put somebody new? What if 8 of my people came in on floor 1, 2, and 3? I had 8 of my 10 people come there, and then I put 1 on 6 and 1 on 7. Do I bring the 1 6 down to 13 levels and the 7 to 14? Absolutely. And we keep repeating this process. So when I say 10 to get 10, I truly mean once you get to 10 and you get 10 and you're making substantial income, then you start to really beef it up and start bringing in 20, 30, and start putting them in deep. So this never ends. And why this is working, giving you to each one of these people 65,536. Remember, you came on here and you purchased a franchise that's more powerful than the first one, 10 times more powerful. And here you're dealing, when they're coming over, they're not paying 30, they're paying 300. You're not making 20, you're making 200 unlimited. When you have 2 of them come over for 200 each, you're going to take 320 out of that 400, pledge it up. Once again, 2 levels up. This is all manual. There's nothing automated on this. This is for the big boys and girls, and this is a real business. But look at the money difference. You're going to open up 4 payments of 320. You're going to receive 4 payments of 160. You're going to have 640, not $64. 640 in your back office. Sponsor looks like they're making 80. In reality, they're making 320. So is their sponsor making 320? Same 100% here, and 50% for us as sponsors and helping people. You're not going to earn any money on the 640 because you're going to pledge it up. But once you start pledging it up 3 levels up, you now opened up to 8 payments of 640. Of those 8 payments, you're going to receive 320 8 times for a total of 2,560, not 256. You're now looking at your sponsor making $160, but when they get stunned that phase, it's going to actually pay them 1,280 and their sponsor. Remember, as your people coming over, you are the sponsor, and as their people are coming over, you are the sponsor. So it works all the way. It's not just right now for any one person, it just reverses itself and everyone makes out. Out of that 2,560, you're going to personally take out $1,280 and pledge it up 4 levels. When that happens, it opens up 16 payments of $1,280. You'll personally receive 16 payments of $640 each, for a total of $10,240. Your sponsor, who's looking at 320, is honestly looking at, or you, if you're in this area, are looking at 5,120, and so is the person that invited them into WeShare. That 50% matching bonus is starting to look better and better. And that's where all that money's coming from on the calculator as we go back and show you. But now you're sitting on 40,000. Did we go right there? No, I'm sorry, 10,240. I jumped ahead. I'll stay with you guys. 10,240. When that's done, you're going to take out 2,560 out of profit, 10,240. Pledge it up once again, 5 levels. 32 payments will open up of 2,560, which you'll personally receive 1,080 32 times for a total of 40,960. The sponsor looks like they're getting 640, but in all true reality, they're getting 20,480, and so is the person who brought them into WeShare, and that'll also be you the same. Once we get done with that, out of the profit of 4,960, you're going to take 5,120, budget up 6 levels. You're going to get 60, open it up 64 payments of 5,120. You personally receive 64 payments of 2,560 for a total of 163,480. The numbers are getting big because the leverage is big as far as the people coming in, and we're 10 times in that income. Remember, this was 16,000. I'm sorry, this was 16,384 on phase 1. Here it's 163,840. Whoever brought you in is looking at 1,280, but in reality, they're actually looking at 81,920, and so is the person who brought them in. And you'll be getting the same as your people go through the matrix. So we're going to show you that. It's very simple. Out of that 163,840, you're going to take 10,240 and pledge it up. Yes, the stakes are getting higher, but they also come back. The rewards come back stronger. Now you got 128 payments opened up at 10,240. You will receive 128 payments at 5,120 for a total of 655,360. And your sponsor looks like they're making 2,560, but in reality, and I want you to get this, as you're bringing your people over to phase 2, you're looking at 327,680 for each of your people. And so is their sponsor looking at 327,680. I don't know where in this industry or off this industry, you're going to find a compensation plan as lucrative this for simply helping people. How do we do this, guys? How do we make this work? Well, as I said to you, this is what I want to break down to you. We are a 2x7. We are a 2x7. Let's go back and see if we can pull up that tab. Hold on. There you go. We are a 2x7 structure. That means we're not a binary. We're not a cycler matrix. We don't expand boards. We don't break up boards. We keep our boards. We just go down. But all I want you guys to do on this is I want you to take a look at 10, not 2. I want 10, guys. I'm being honest. 2020 is our year to break this thing free. So let's do it big boy style, real business. Stop playing around. We all played around in 2019. And honestly, you don't have to answer me this question. How did it work out for you? I can tell you it was a big mistake for me. I'm not looking for people that want to take a look at it. I'm not looking for people that have a problem with Bitcoin. I'm not looking for people that don't believe the compensation plan. I'm not looking for people that have been in this industry for 10 years and always been scammed because they don't do the work. I'm looking for 10 people that want to go out and get 10 people. Let me take this figure out. that want to go out and find 10 people. That's 100. 10 times 10 is 100. And I want to work with those 100 to go find 10 people. And as I said to you, we got so much room for error using these numbers. If those 10 people only go out and get 500, not 1,000, we're still sitting pretty as we go on because it's all in the numbers. 10 here instead of 2 would bring it down to here. The 100 would start to bring this thing down to here. The 1,000 would, or the 500 would bring it down somewhere here. If 1,000 came in, we would be here. 10,000 would blow this thing out to down here. And if we did it right and we only did half the numbers, we can start to look at 16,000, 8,000. Now you're starting to see this type of income, but it's not going to happen. Let me correct you on something. If you get to here, if you think you're earning this kind of income, you're mistaken. It's got to go deep. It's all in the numbers, the leverage of people coming in that helps us enjoy this income. So listen, we want this number. This is the number we're shooting for as a team. As a team, this is the number we're shooting for. So let's get busy. We're probably sitting on about 1,000 right now. No, I don't even think we're sitting on 1,000 yet. I think we're sitting on about 700, 800 people. But we need to kick it in this month and start to make it real and stop playing with it. I do believe we have Roger on the call, so let me take a look and come off of this right now. Where are we, Roger? Where are we? New share. I'm gonna stop share. Did I stop share already? I don't know. Are you guys seeing my board? Yeah? No? Okay, Charles, can you do some unmuting over there? Roger's on.
I'm unmuted. Yep.
Hey, Roger, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you and everybody else. How's everybody doing this year?
So far, so good. I did get your message, but I got it today because as I told everybody, I put my phone in my robe and washed it on the 31st.
There you go. That's all right. I've been busy running around doing all kinds of stuff here and fighting the cold, which I've gotten mostly rid of. So I'm ready to hit it a lick here.
Well, welcome back, and we're ready to kick off 2020. So I don't know what you want to share with us. I can have Charles unmute everyone. They can ask questions.
Yeah, let me share first. You'll have to let me
okay, let me
have
stop
the screen.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, right now we got a lot of people on, so I say you take over and do what you need to do. I like to preach the 10-10, Roger. I really do want to kick it off this year.
All right, let's see what happens here. I've got sharing and computer sound just to make sure. And let's see, where are we at here? Just get it on a WeShare pledges.
There you go.
Okay, tonight I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to show you. I'm sorry. I thought I was going to have that video done here a few days ago, and I didn't quite get it set up. But I want to let everybody know that I've got the audio done. I've got all the script done. I've got all the slides and everything done. I'm just trying to mesh it together. Okay. So bottom line is, are there a lot of new people on here, Steve? Or
no, it's all team.
Okay. All right. Good. Straight. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you, because everybody should know this, on where you need to go to look for what we're doing here. So on your WeShare pledges in your back office, and I need to expand this up a little bit here. On your back office, underneath the training, I'm going to add another video under the videos tab. Okay, right now it's not done, but when you go to the videos tab, there's a couple of videos here, and then there's some down here on the bottom, some strategy. Okay, underneath the navigation, I'm going to put in a how to present WeShare. Okay, and so this will be live here as early as tonight. I don't know, depending upon the bugs and everything that I got on trying to make it work, but I'll basically go through the slide presentation for you to show you what this thing looks like. It's going to start out with WeShare pledges. It's going to tell people that they have to have a certain link, their main link, and with their RID, and all this is in video form. So I'll be talking with it, explaining how you put this link together, that you have to have this part of the code in your link up here, the ID that you've received. It's going to tell you that when you go to your website, that all of your web pages have got these IDs and things in them up here. Don't worry about these little symbols and stuff. They disappear when the video is running, but it's going to let you know that in the upper top part of your website, you'll always have your link showing up. And then it's going to tell them to go check out the project website. And at that point, this is where you would actually start your presentation for your individual. So the first part you're looking at is just kind of the information for the presenter to let them know where everything is at and what they're supposed to do. The presentation then is going to start talking about the video here, that you have to start on this page. You have to play the video for them, go through the various videos, the strategies to get Bitcoins, how to register, order, and download. All this audio will go along with this. You've got, it then shows you that there is text below all of your videos. So almost anything that's got a video has got the entire script below the video. It's going to tell them that it's translatable, so they can translate their slides. And this is, remember now, this is the presentation that's going to your customer. You're letting them kind of go through, watch the video, and tell them that they've got a website for them here. Then it's going to let them know that after they've looked at a few other things here, they can download various ebooks. It's going to show them that one of the ebooks that you ought to download, or any ebook, is example, download the BOHB. Lets you know that the books are basically a book for people to read, a value, and the advertisers are at the top of every page in the ebook. So this is kind of what you're going along. Then you show the next part is you take them to a website. In this case, you take them to the website with beta hydroxybutylate, tells them to make sure that they watch the video that's on there, which is the video about WeShare. This one here explains what our product is. And once again, it tells them that they can download any of the number of books and everything. At this point, you're done with your presentation. That's all you should have to do to present to people to start with. And by the way, that's quite a bit to present your website, your ebook, download it, show them the website link, and be able to get to the products, because now they can register, they can purchase their product, they can get their Bitcoin, they can do all of that stuff at this time. Once they're gone through that presentation, and now's when they start asking questions. That's when you take them into yourself. You have to know where everything is. So I'm showing you from that main page we started from, WeSharePledges.com. You're going to go into your back office, explains where the back office is at. On your back office, it's going to tell them to join Telegram, and you've got your referral links. Once you go to the referral links, it's going to show the various links that are on here. Once again, it's going to notice that your ID and all of these pages, if you haven't noticed, is following your ID. So at any time, you could just grab the link that's at the top of any page and go just to that page. So if you just want to take them here, you could put that link in and take them right to this particular page. Now it's telling them once they've got some questions, they're going to want to know something. Usually they want to know more about our program, what the Bitcoin stuff is. So this is how you find your circulating currency ebook from your back office, okay, underneath the referral links. When you go to your circulating currency, you explain to them that this is what all of the ebooks look like. They basically have a cover page on, a little bit of a brief. It once again tells them to go watch the video and then go through the strategies and registration, etc. on here. Back on your registration page again, it's going to tell you now there are other tabs to make sure you go check out the training and the legal and the compensation on your back office tabs. Then it's going to tell you that under the training works a little different. It explains why the training pages look a little differently, because when you're on these, if you follow a particular link, you're kind of lost for a few minutes. You got to go back to the index to get back here. Likewise, it says if you happen to be on a video page or something and you want to get back, you're going to have to click the videos again to get back to the video page, like, you know, once you've gone off to one of the videos, or back to the index page or something. It also tells you to check out the announcements, and the discussion group is about our program again with, on how to talk on Telegram. And points, let's see, the next thing then we'll tell you once again, kind of at the end of the thing, it's saying, you just remember that at every top of every page, no matter how you're bouncing on any one of these pages and linking around, you've always got an ID for that particular page. And get yourself ready. Don't manipulate the program. There's nothing you can do about it. Just go do the right thing like Steve is teaching you. Go get two people to get two people to get two people that want to go in and take a look at books. Just to give you an example, we only have a spattering of these books. All these books are pre-written, have been written for some time. They're being translated into our program. And most all of these fall under the 30 program, okay? So that's your presentation to the presenter. This is a presenter's presentation and explaining how you would do a presentation. So that's where we're at right now. I thought I was going to have it done for tonight, but I just wasn't speedy enough. We had too many things going on for the holiday and everything. And that's where we're at.
I needed that. Thank you.
So now the next thing that I'd like to talk to people about is a little bit of motivation to you. A lot of people don't understand what the concept of WeShare is financially. What is the, let me stop sharing here, stop sharing and open up my video. Oh, I can't turn my video on. So you go ahead and turn your picture up there, Steve, or I'll just go back to the page again. I'll go back to share pages, we share pledges, okay, or something.
Yours is on, Roger.
What's that?
Your video's on.
Video's on now?
Yes.
Okay, let me go see if I can find it again here. Stop sharing, and hit the video just so I can turn up. Okay. I can't see my screen on here, so I'm okay?
Yeah, we see you.
All right, because I don't see me. That's fine. Okay, so the bottom line is, what is the mathematical strategy of Bitcoin? Okay, of us with Bitcoin. First of all, we use Bitcoin strictly for the purposes of a transaction so that we can talk and receive funds. I mean, receive funds from any place in the world, transfer funds to anybody at any time, any amount of money. But that doesn't really answer the question of as much of what's the strategy and advantages of Bitcoin with our network. Well, here's where the thing comes about. Let's just compare it with, say, a standard network marketing company. Traditionally, you start out in a network marketing company and you start building. And if a person doesn't really take off in about the first 30 days, get going, and in the first 90 days, if you haven't got them working, they're gone. So typically a guy gets into a program, he works for a while, he comes, if he's not excited, he leaves, and they pump a lot of money in registration fees, typically anything from $10 to $99 for a guy to register. That's all you're doing, paying a registration fee. So if you think of our program like the $30 is like a registration fee, it isn't, okay? I'm making a quote. I'm just giving you examples, okay? Because my lawyer would kill me if I told him that that was a registration fee. It's not. It's a product sale, okay? All right? We are selling the products with our ebooks, but think of it as your registration fee in any other program. You're paying 30 bucks, you come into it, maybe you pay it for a couple of months and you just don't do it anymore. In our program, you come in and you do it one time, you're there. But what happens in the average networking company is you're gone. Boy, I'll tell you, you're not making your payments. You didn't do something. They purge you from the databases. Any people you brought in, any work you've done is gone. In our program, it's a one-time pay program. You are in, you are placed. Now, you get into the matrices one of two ways. You either buy your products yourself for advertising, or you refer somebody, or they refer somebody that buys their advertising for their purposes, which puts you in a stream to be able to receive pledges. Once you start receiving those pledges in our program, keep in mind, you might go, and we do, we've got some people here, when we started at the very beginning of this, we've gone a long ways from where we started, but we've had people that signed up and couldn't even remember they were in the program, okay? They never have lost their position. Nobody lose your position here. You're there, you're in. So if this thing speeds up, slows down, runs average, whatever it's doing, it's always building. You're never losing whatever you've put into it. Now, if you never put anything in, then of course you're never into the structure. You've never brought somebody in that went in the structure. Then of course you're just biding your time. But if you purchase your product, you are in our program. If we go 10 years from now and you come back and say, I wonder how that thing's doing, you're probably going to have an organization structure in place. You probably will have earned, you know, from sales of books below you and other people, whether you recruited anybody or not, if you've paid. Okay. So, okay, that's fine. That's one difference. Okay. It's a one-time, we never lose you type of thing. But what about a traditional network that you build that has a large base of people? Well, if you're lucky enough to have stayed, or not lucky enough, you had the fortitude to stay in your other program long enough to build a structured downline, what happens with your product? Well, every day, let's say your product is a $30 product, okay? But you're typically $30 a month. We don't, but we compare it as 30 a month, because what I tell people is if you're going to perform like the standard networking company, you ought to pay for a new person every month and count it as your monthly fee that you normally pay in another company. Instead of paying $30 a month in ABC company, just pay 30 for yours and pay 30 for a new guy and 30 for another new guy and 30 for another new guy. If you like paying those monthly fees, just pay a monthly fee, but just pay for someone new. Okay. That will build a structure for you. And as you're paying those funds are going to come back to you. Okay. Just on that basis. In fact, there is a video, or not a video, but there is a paper on that compares us to a standard networking company, on a company that pays, I think, $38 a month compared to us paying, if you went in and paid $30 a month in our program and compare the two, you can't even compare them. It's impossible to even compare. I mean, the financial differences are in the millions over time. Okay, so that difference is there. But there's another difference. Our program, you pay $30. It doesn't matter if you're paying today and Bitcoin is worth $50, or you're paying in 5 years and Bitcoin is at $5,000 or $50,000 or $100,000. Your cost is $30. So the person is paying $30. What are you getting? You're getting $30 worth of Bitcoin at that moment. And you say, well, yeah, but that's kind of the same thing as a networking company. If I paid it and I got a guy, he'd pay me a commission, I'm going to get $30 from him just like I would any other program, 30 in Bitcoin, if you take it out and you converted it. But here's something. As your network grows, your income is going to grow not exponentially, but it's going to quadruple. Okay, that's just the way the math works. And anybody that's seen a doubling in a network company, when you start talking about quadrupling the way that money can work, your later structures become very large on the potentials that you have for making an income. So let's suppose that you fell asleep at the switch and you won a year and something happened and you got this downline in there and you're actually losing money because you missed matching pays and things on third and fourth and fifth and sixth levels or something, and you get all the way up in there and you're on level 15 or something, and there's money coming through at $2,000 a pop or something, and you start going, wow, 2,000, and you look, there's 128 guys. Now go take $2,000. Now we're just talking the matching pay. Okay, the matching pay on 2,000, because you weren't doing anything, right? So we're talking about some of the guys you put in, you're getting these 2,000 pops up there. And you just come alive. I mean, you just go do what you got to do. You get your 10 people to get 2 each. And you just put those people in instantly, and you've got your network built. And now you receive those back end pay. But here's the gig. Let's suppose that if it was in a standard company, you'd be making $100,000 a month. Okay, in your standard network marketing company, you've been a big shot, been in it for a couple of years, $100,000 a month. Here, the same things happen in our program, and maybe you've lost tens of thousands of dollars along the way because you just weren't motivated and you didn't get your people. But now all of a sudden you come alive, which is a good part because you can capture your business now, which you can't do in the other company. But here's the gig. It's all Bitcoin. And where is the Bitcoin? You really need to look at how our program works. When someone buys a product from you, they do not give you the money. The money goes in their own Bitcoin address. Remember, when you register and log in, and I mean, when you pay for your product, you click on your ID that you're logged in with and you buy your product, okay? Bookkeeping says that you have pledged that. That's what we are, a pledge company. That person has pledged that to you, but you don't have it. It's still in the wallet of the purchaser. They still have the Bitcoin. So now I'm going to ask you a question. If you got $100,000 this month from a networking company in dollars, and you got $100,000 in Bitcoin in dollars, I mean in Bitcoin in this month from our company, which one do you think has a better tax advantage in the one that you don't have the money and the other one you got the money today? You're going to be paying right now on that 100,000 for that network marketing company. But on the other one, you could say, you know what, I'm going to take 5 years dragging out taking the money out. And you're paying the taxes on it when you're taking it out because you don't have it in your wallet. This is a very important thing. This thing was structured this way, knowing people are going to get toward the back end, and it builds you a retired protection account. Okay? And that's kind of where we're at. That's where we want to start the year. I'm going to start teaching people to do the top end. I'm only going to teach 500. I've got a lot of people in the Philippines and stuff. They can't rub two nickels together that are, you know, that still want to do the 30 program, and that's fine. They have to. They just can't do it any other way. Okay. And I'm teaching everybody to do the 30 program, but for seriousness and serious people, I'm saying if you're going to play this thing, you do $500. You get yourself into the right position. You get at rank 5. You get into the 300. You go get 2 people to do the same thing. Teach them to do 2. Help them get 2. You go your 2, 4, 8, and then you go do it again. Do it again until you commit to 10 personals right up front at 500 when you start this program. And that's the way you ought to do it. You're going for 10 at 500. And teaching them to go get, like Steve's saying, 10 people. And boy, if you do that with just the 30 program and don't even think of the 300 program, it will feed the 300 program, and you're actually getting, because it's the same 10 people in the 30 as it is in the 300. Okay. Now there's one disadvantage of doing just the 30. There is a big problem on the 3rd rank in the 300. If you are not qualified, meaning you do not have a pool point in the 300, when somebody steps up that 3rd floor, you will lose that $160 for each one of those people. Whereas in the $30 program, we let you go all the way to rank 5. That's actually the 2 steps on the 4th floor before you actually start losing, because you don't need any people. You don't need to have a team point. But in the 300, that team point is very important. So as you get excited and start building your 30 and 30-30, it should build you naturally into the 300, but watch it just in case somebody takes off over in that 300 and starts to do something. And that's it. That's where I'd like to kind of leave you with a Happy New Year, and you can open it up for questions. You can stop recording or whatever if you had it recorded, and we'll see if anybody's got anything that they want to ask.